considerable damage. A second shot, that's the bomb gone as well. Dignitas, it's ecos. It doesn't matter though. The man's plucking Dignitas apart as it's all down to Heat. Very nice shot. Oh, okay, Heat. A second shot with a deagle, looking for more. Roy, are you going to test him? Yes, you are, and you will come out on top, but still take some damage for it. 2 kills coming from Heat there. That is absurd.
Always good to keep him modest, dude. You know, that's definitely what we want in a round like that. You've got the investment. You need to get a bit of a return on it. Yeah, it's not perfect because it comes off of one player and you might have been able to get a little bit more, but all the same. What can you do against that as well? Nice shots from Heap. It's definitely overshadowed by Dignitas for me. Looking really good. Getting those continuous shots, not unscoping, not quick switching, I suppose. Definitely we need to come up with a name for that. You know, continuous shots is maybe not too bad to describe it, but it needs a bit of a endemic term, you know, another cool term that only CS fans know. Rush coming out on towards the A-bomb site, however. Zyphin going to get caught off by it. Dignitas trying to play things nice and basic. Roy with 2. Should have done enough, as of course they've got the man advantage.
3 on 2. Olzerk punching in the digits. Bomb set down for Dignitas. They're trying to claw back their 5th, keep the lead in touching distance, and, well, I guess in turn, eradicate said lead. Forest. Oh, this is lovely. If you've ever seen a play work out, it would be this time. This space. Oh, okay, he's able to convert them both. He missed the first shot, but still gets the job done. And Dignitas basically pantsed by the fact that the short player has just been eliminated. He has to move away to save the AWP, and Dignitas, fair play. You're up to 5. Forest making the heroics, the flank working out. And hold on a second, I've just clocked there, Scriv. Not sure if you have. Dignitas has the souvenir Desert Hydra. Like, he's got the stickers on it. Like the you know, ones that you get when you open the souvenir. No signatures. Cool beans to see, man. What a lucky guy.
He opened them too early, mate. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Well, they released a signature.
No, but you still don't get the signatures on them now.
What?
Yeah, you go and open a capsule now, you still don't get the signatures. Even if you also buy, like, well, I guess redeem the souvenir from your souvenir token. For the finals, you only get the 2 teams that are playing, the logo of the tournament, and then the map, like the map icon in gold. That's it, mate. No simple signatures, no nothing. No Republic sticker over. We're fuming here, mate. We're fuming. Give him a major. Give him a major.
Shocking. Well, timeout, of course, coming in. You can see the util damage here. It's a big difference maker, of course. Yabi and Roy. Wonder where they're playing. But all the same, they're finding some very successful nadage. You can see, I think Roy is flitting in between, mainly on this A-bomb site. He does be at the start of the round sometimes. This round, he is just on CZ. Going to be over towards the A side of things.
Tell you what, Dignitas, a little more spontaneous with the bracket control here, Scriv. I'm a big fan of it. You know, I think you've been with me a little while to understand I do love the old bracket control. And how quick they've done it and how unnoticed it's gone, I think, is a huge alarm bell, right? The smoke's going to give at least something away. I mean, why would you smoke Arch if you're not already out bracket? Problem is, here you go, Roy to go aggressive, really nice flashbang, and do you know what? He's delivered the first frag. Problem is, of course, that long play, now they're trying to close the gap. Freiburg, I mean, he's going to be kissed goodnight. Lekro at least able to pick up the pieces from the pit position. 3 on 4. All players coming, or rather 3 on 3, excuse me. Now down to 2, Heap and Forest. They haven't got the bomb down. The bomb plant was denied or something because they're both posted up for the post plant. Neither of them have stuck in the digits to set it off in the first place.
A little curious. Just waiting for the smokes to dissipate. Hooksy on top. I think Heap's got a bit of an idea. It's another smoke to go, though. This is certainly strange. Oh, smoke comes in. Oh, Heap nearly getting timed on. 14 seconds, though, fellas. You've got to get the bomb down here. They will indeed go for it. Heap's going to get the plant in, but it leaves Forest isolated. Now he's against 3 with 4 HP. Gets 1. which is fair, but it's Copenhagen Flames to clean up house and find themselves that 6th round.
There you have it, ladies and gents. Up to 6 here for the Flames. They're posting up big numbers, of course, for themselves. Very back and forth. I'm not sure if we'll see it sort of as this round goes on, right? But how close these rounds have been and trading sort of left, right, and center between these guys is, I mean, definitely something they're keen on doing, right? Last round, Dignitas, of course, pieced together the bye. This round didn't quite work out for them. Very, very spontaneous between one another. But Copenhagen Flames, man, really good job on the retake. Heading into round 12, of course, they're posting up the big guns. You've got the AWP set up for Dignitas, the AK saved across from Yabi. And on the flip side of things, Dignitas, double MAC-10, double Deagle, 1 AK. And, well, I shall be silenced. The AWP gone. Lecro, a disgusting shot to kick us off.
Again, you know, Dignitas playing these rounds so slowly, man. I think it gives so much room across to the Copenhagen Flames side of things to go for some info plays, get a little bit aggressive. I would like to see, especially when things are so damn close. We get a rush round every now and then, but I'd like to see a little bit of proactivity, because this is kind of what happens. You give that banana control away a little too easily, in my money. And the damage from the nade is massive. You know, things looking really, really good on the Copenhagen Flames side of things. They've done such a good job. You know, they might lose the first kill to some aggression or a wide swing or whatever it may be, but they do a great job of realizing, okay, this is where they've sent resources, therefore this area is going to be weaker. Let's find a kill back. It's not ideal for the CT side, but it does soften the blow, of course, and arguably give them the advantage in a scenario like this. But Forest catches the tip of Zypern's head. He's ready for the next player as well, and Roy checks his left. Forest with 2 nice frags, going to open up that A-bomb site and probably win the round.
Good turnaround for Dignitas. The force investment pays off for them unless Hooksy can do more of that. Eats the nade, but you know what? We'll take the 3-on-2. The molly in the face as well. Not going to be too pretty, is it? And, well, there you have it. You know, Copenhagen Flames, they're going to call it early. Buzzer beater action for Dignitas. They just slide into the A site, no problems at all, set the bomb down. And that 40-second pressure, of course, with no kits, no opportunity to go for it. You just have to save. And in turn, Dignitas up to 6. It's still the back and forth trading here on Inferno that I think, I mean, some people may have expected to see. You know, some people would have been like, you know what? Yeah, kind of thought this was going to be quite an even matchup. For others, though, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be so patchy between these two sides, right? Decent gun save for both parties. That AWP on Freiburg, though, of course, dropping it across if Warford wants to pick it up is going to be a big factor. I don't think we're yet to see an AWP on the T side script, so I'm wondering how that's going to pan out.
Yeah, very true. I mean, you know, you don't see it an awful lot, right? There's kind of a reason for it. The AWP is not a massive part of that T side. It can be very, very difficult to get rolling, and you've got to peek into a lot of very difficult angles. At the same time, you need a bit of a mix-up. Now is maybe the time for it. The issue that I have is you're against the weaker weaponry in this. Maybe they're, you know, not expecting that for sure, as we've got a few players buying down. But at the same time, you're going to go into a bomb site nice and quick to try and counter them or to try and get the leg up. And the AWP can be difficult to use like that. So we'll see. It could be a difference maker. It could be a surprise factor. It could also fall by the wayside. Then you give an AWP across to a poor CT side, you know, could really backfire against you here. So they've got to be careful with the way they approach things.
Very aggressive towards Banana in the beginning of this round as well here, Scriv. That's definitely something Copenhagen Flames particularly looking to capitalize upon. Of course, Yabi has taken 2/5 of his bar, getting there down to 60. Not terrible. Dignitas, it's going to go unnoticed though, right? Not an eyebrow raise, not an eye turned. Simply here to just go for this A bracket control once again. And, well, there you have it. Halzerk, we talked about his, you know, volatility with the AWP, the explosiveness that he has with it. Seems to be that he's playing very slow with it right at this point in time. Not really going for the fast peaks, the mid-possession. I mean, maybe he was looking for the pick, but other than that, right, they're using him as sort of the beacon. You know, is this clear? Can you swing this? Is this clear? But they're not exactly going run free, like do your worst. And that in turn has given Flames this exact control. Yabi, he's picked apart Heap. Hooksy finds one straight down Banana as well. Drops the smoke deeper now for Dignitas. immediate response. Send it out, apps. Zyphon, good for one, but the Deagle, it's done its work. CZ from Big Box, like Pro, 1 on 3. Good for one. Yabby, he's able to trade though. Copenhagen Flames up to 7. Not terrible at all here for them.
Pretty confident with the way that things are going at the moment. Copenhagen Flames, keen turnaround. Yes, it's being kept close, but that, of course, not as good, I would say, for the Dignitas side of things. That's kind of rough for Zyphon, you know, but all the same, the boy's able to carry him through. We'll see. We'll see. I do feel Copenhagen Flames, we talk about it a fair amount. The T side usually leaves a lot to be desired, so we'll see whether they've indeed been working on it. I don't know. I have my reservations, and I am hoping, you know, Dignitas, it would be great if they could pull off the upset. Always love an underdog.
Scriv.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, fella.
Yeah, what's up?
Does this sound like the Minecraft music to you?
It does a bit. It does a bit, you know. I was thinking that. I think it's the sort of the piano in there.
Yeah.
When the violins kind of pick up towards the end, not so much, but the piano at the start is a little... I don't know the Minecraft music by name, but it is a bit, you know, when you just chill in, you're like building, and then that piano comes on, and
so I loaded up
it's a good time.
into the survival world with my homies, you know.
Indeed. Maybe, you know, that'd be a fun tournament. CS:GO, Minecraft.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
There you go. There's a content idea, Republic.
I'll tell you what.
You're welcome.
Something I did hear about, right? I was talking to Zerfer about this, right? Fellow caster, and he said that he played in a LAN event, right, where you would play 8 FPS games, right? There was 8 teams. You played 8 FPS games, 1 player from each, I think, or something like that. I don't know how it exactly worked, right? But you then play the top 4 teams, go through to a final where you play a random game completely. Oopsie. We'll talk about it in a second, mate, because this round very, very quick. But okay, as I was saying, man, right? It was a very quick round. They play like an arcade game as the final, winner takes all, like all the prize money. That is something I'd be down to play.
I think that's fair. And it does sound quite good, to be honest. King of the FPS.
Exactly.
At the minute, Kings of Inferno. Bada bing. Bring it back in. Copenhagen Flames. Who'd have thought with a name like that? Low-hanging fruit, but someone's got to take it, of course. Either way, going into the final round of this first half, we'll see. I think, for my money, I think we are going to be looking at a 9-6, but Dignitas, at the moment, a lot of force buys in the game, of course, and we've talked about the power of the force buy in the second round particularly. So surely you've got to be working on a few set strats. Hopefully we get to see one here from the T side.
15-15. Or 15 round. 8-6. I was going to say, looking as even as you like. Dignitas needs to pick up this round, of course, to keep afloat. Try and keep that scoreline as competitive as possible. Zyphon, good for one. The intruders already to the A site. He's found 2 with a Tech 9. They're going to dive towards the pit position, pick up whatever guns you can. 4 on 3. 2 AKs, M4. Everything going to try and work out for him here. You've got to go for this, Flames. It's the last round of the half. Problem is the numbers.
A little bit of a worrisome move, isn't it? Of course, like you say, they've got to go for it. They've got a lot of utility available. I love that smoke there on the headshot angle. He's head up close, can't get it done. Oh my goodness. And this is where I think Copenhagen Flames came up, is the power of their retakes. It's going to be Freiburg to try and stop, but he's not there fast enough, unfortunately. Can't get round. 9-6 on the half, as expected. Copenhagen Flames coming away with the half victory. We'll see whether they can keep it going into half number 2. See you soon.
Another rifler for Team K23. You can watch on your screens now is Piotr Fame Body Shop.
Вообще не помню.
Типа его профитнее все. Ну короче, заколись. Вот, нашел мы, ты врежь?
Подмовить не тренируешь.
Вот этого ножом я имел бы пух.
Почти, если бы ты не завтыкал.
Vado fuori questo caos, mi manda in paranoia, stampo e faccio un get out. Se corri come me o corri con me, magari io e te lo sai. Potremmo star soli da me, magari stanotte buttarci in spiaggia con un narghile. Vieni con me, cerchiamo un altro club, solo io e te, dai. Oh, sai ci sono cose che non vanno dette, non vanno dette, no, ci sono cose che non vanno dette, non vanno dette, non vanno dette.
Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in. Half number 2 getting underway of map number 2 here. Copenhagen Flames taking a slim lead. The pistol, of course, hangs in the balance, as it always does. And we'll see here whether Dignitas on their CT side of their own map pick are able to get it rolling. CT side of Ancient look really good. Clearly been doing a lot of work there with their setups. Copenhagen Flames, not a great map for them. Usually you expect a little bit of weakness on the T side when you have a weaker map. But we'll see if that's the case.
Pistols, man. The big round, of course, to split the difference, see what they can do into this. Well, very, very silent approach. Heat in that dark position. I do love that position. Really, I mean, get right back in the day. The also sniper, mate. Remember the days. Remember the days. Roy. He's able to pick up the first. Forest gone. 5-on-4. Copenhagen Flames, of course, now steering the wheel out towards A. Zyphon, diving down from apartments. And in turn, bomb set down. No chance really in this one whatsoever. Hulzerk, I mean, you can tap all you want, mate, but in the pit position, it's going to be very hard to flush these players out, especially with the smoke towards Moto as well. It's going to be incredibly difficult for them. And, you know, a fairly different situation to what they're used to, maybe, where Dignitas hold on to this control.
Heap with a tough one, he does get it done. However, gonna get caught on the reload. Yabby, bro, you've got to be finding those. And now they're back in with a good college try on this, to be honest with you. Heap gonna get another kill. Okay, this is looking a bit dangerous. He will be left by himself, but he's been hitting all the heads. Surely able to get it done. Runs out of ammo, though, and will get taken down. Felt like the hard work was done. Not gonna be the case. It's Roy who finds a 3K for his squad to finish out the round. Copenhagen Flames now looking really good.
Absolutely, man. 10-6. The Flames, you know, when you take the big leap and win the pistol, that's, of course, in turn, especially on the T side, you've got to think the punishment that it has on that CT economy heat. That's an absurd shot to be hitting. But yeah, I mean, we're looking into sort of very dangerous territory for Dignitas now, where you're on the force buy here. You've really got to put together a very, very structured, successful round here. And then in turn, even if you lose, you're back to the eco, you've conceded 8, and then you're on the buy, where you're at the risk of, you know, losing even more. So the Flames, in turn, winning this round should be up to 12, and then it becomes very difficult for Dignitas to just slide rounds back in and really try and flesh out the scoreline as it is, because very one-sided considering right now.
Yeah. Easy stuff. No real sweat off the brow of Copenhagen Flames. This honestly is kind of what I was expecting a little bit. You know, Ancient, maybe play it kind of basic. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous on the MP7. Again, I don't know what's happening with the Rogue SMGs. The MP7 I absolutely can't abide by. You know, it's it's $1,700. Just not worth. You need a whole extra kill over a map 10. Come on, my dude. He makes it work, of course. Maybe figuring it out. Chris J was a bit of a proponent of it back in the day. It's pretty decent at range for an SMG. At the same time, you know, if you want to play at range, just buy an AK or a Galil.
Not far off, is it, the Galil?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, it's only 1,800, mate. Like, what are you doing?
exactly. It's what, extra, like $100, $200? Don't know exactly the price of it, but hey ho. Well, this is why we love seeing the little heads pop around on the screen, right? So you just see 5 players ready for the brackets control to be sniped away. Unfortunately, the Flames dart out towards the B site. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to let the SMGs roam free, right? Zyphon is in towards second mid. He's going to know no one's crossed here in towards Banana. So are they going to allow the MAC-10s to roam free, find the money? Or are they just going to let them be, I guess? You know, don't risk running the SMGs into them. We'll have to see. For now, though, 11-6 shall turn 12 Scriv. And that's where I get worried, right? Inferno being a map Dignitas very fond of playing, right? They have a 78% win rate overall. They have wins over 0-0 Nation, Galaxy Race. They have a win over Sprout on this map. As well as that, they took Vitality to double digits. OG, I think, pummeled them a little bit on this map. But still, much better than what the 44% that Copenhagen Flames bring to this map. Admittedly, did have a close game to Nip and decent pistol round conversion percentages. But if I'm honest with you, I don't think that quite writes the story we're seeing on Inferno so far.
Good start lines here, as you can see on the Copenhagen Flames side of things. Zyphon a little further behind, but everybody else really chiming in. Meanwhile, it's Eep and Lekro. 1 frag for Freiburg. 15 deaths. Nice guy, but needs to be doing better than that. Not sure whether it would be the keen difference maker. Certainly could have earned Dignitas a couple of extra rounds here. But, you know, if we were deadly even, I'd say that's a big finger to be pointing. Because they are double the scoreline at the moment, and especially if they find this rifle here, I think it's more of a team issue, in fairness.
Well, first kill goes in favor of Lekro. Zyphon quick to trade with the Galil. They're looking a little bit choppy for the short play here, Scriv. And of course, that warrants a bit of a interesting one for Dignitas. A crossfire mini pit in sight. But El Clasico, I feel like, here. Bolzerk, he's able to pick apart Zyphon. He finds a second in on long now. This is a cheeky molly. Molly's the mini pit position. Nikodos taking no prisoners from that position. Nonetheless, yeah, you're not really going to have too much of a good time here. Smoke in the way of Holzerk. His AWP now rendered a little less effective than what it would have been. But Copenhagen Flames still very, very cautious to escape from the short and apt position. Holzerk missed shot. Doesn't matter anyway. Nikodos 1 on 4. There you go. Dignitas up to 7.
Okay. Maybe something to work with. Again, I think things kind of going according to plan, as it were. CT side gets off to a good start because they have a bit more preference there. Copenhagen Flames, the odds of them falling apart at the seams, kind of slim. But that's the game of Counter-Strike. Anything is possible. So we'll see here. We'll see. AWP going to be saved into the next. They'll definitely look to buy around that. Bit more work for Dignitas before they break the bank, but it's the first step, and it looks pretty good. We'll see what happens. The adaptation from Copenhagen Flames. What do they got?
They're willing to throw a curveball at us here. Scriv, we are very much into the thick of things, though, right? We're 2/3 through our game, round 20, of course, on the cards. Both teams fully investing. Both teams with that single AWP setup. Forest having the AK, juggling that utility out towards the B site. Here we go. Bit of utility from both parties involved. Striving to take that banana control. In the meantime, once again, Dignitas going quite aggressive to hold the tight-knitted brackets crossfire. Wonder how they do with it, though. That's, of course, the key point. Are Copenhagen Flames going to look back towards the A site? We're going to see them double dip on B and just go for the execute. Game plan here is going to be very important to see how well they do, I guess, in turn for round 20.
Holzerk contacts. Nice find. Beautiful start for Dignitas. Comes just at the turn of the minute here, and we'll see. There might be a rotation across from the B players. They kind of want to go for it. I think they're going to boost one up and send the other across. No. Okay. Does look like it is going to be an A play, though, and I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the long setup here. You've got one player isolated, one that has to swing back out on an easily smokable angle. Lekro, though, he knows his shortcomings, and he will be proactive, not just going to hide away in the cubby. Finds the frag, 5 on 3. Looking good here. 30 seconds left, and the bomb has yet to commit to a site, as you can see.
Taking their sweet, sweet time. Down to 3. The Flames, of course. To paint the bigger picture, Scriv, they're 4 rounds away from victory here on Inferno and taking us to a best of 3, leaving us on Mirage. Of course, will not be extended down to just the 3 here. They're going to go for the save. 1 AWP, 2 AK. Not a bad save. Roy and Hooksy should get enough considering the loss bonus to at least, yeah, I mean, put the big shift in. Yabi probably going to go for default util setup and in turn should have enough to drop Hooksy as well. But once again, very well played. Lekro, yeah, a bit of a weird one, but hey-ho. I'll take it. 12-8, Dignitas. 4 away from the Flames, and Flames 4 away from victory.
Pretty key round here, of course. You come close to evening things up, so you get to 12-9. You probably break the bank if you disallow the bomb plant. Then we'll be looking at a 12-10. One more rifle round. 12-12, more likely than not. And Halzerk starts off with a bang. Literally and figuratively. Oh, and I love this. Love this. Aggression comes in, they find the kill, and they maybe think, okay, he's playing on A. He's kind of committed to it because he's gone super deep, and they immediately rotate him across. And we can see the reaction from Copenhagen Flames is to go towards B. They've got less to deal with. Let's get Nico Odos in there with an AWP. There won't be an answer for it, right? Wrong. So we'll see here. It looks like they are indeed going to go for the contact play, and Halzerk is more than ready.
So smart. So smart. The bait and switch. Well, as you said, into the jaws of the AWP once again. The Flames thought they could get away with it if they headed towards B. Setting up the util ready for the execute. It looked like they froze for a second then. I was like, is everything good there with the Flames? They are moving. Single molly to deny. Problem is, they just burnt all their smokes trying to get on forward. They've got the one to put it out. Also, misses his shot, trying to escape, but around the corner, Yabi, he'll find one. Heap, a second. Lekro through the smoke finds 2. In CT, posture for success as he finds a 3rd as well. Shine things down out towards B. AWP scoots up for good measure. And Dignitas up to 9. A great round. And Lekro, the man to step up where needed, may I add, to give them just a spark of hope. Dignitas not done just yet.
All right. Getting interesting here. Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it?
So savage.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's so much better through smoke because there's the argument, you know, it's silenced and no traces, so it's hard to track. But because of the lower fire rate, I think you actually have a bit of a higher success rate, you know? You're not pumping all of your bullets into one flat area. It's easier to kind of transfer across a smaller area. And if players are moving in, you know, that higher damage, it's going to slow them, and then you're just doing more damage per bullet. Great shot from Halzerk around the corner as they are trying to go for the rush here. He will miss that one out. Forest only good for the 1. They are getting a little overwhelmed here. An AK and an AWP going to be retrieved then. 3 on 3. Yabi gets a bit giddy, I think. You've got to get to a point where you realize, okay, the round's got to be winnable here. Great little angle from Nico Odos, but Lekros is better. Zyphon with a keen headshot. Surely that should be it. Bomb plant going to come in, and a lot of damage done, of course. So they're very happy with the way that this one has gone. The round itself certainly will be tough. As the bomb plant comes through, yeah, they rush into him, and he will get taken down. So they'll win the round, but it's very costly for Dignitas.
Well, there you have it. It's quick double digits here for the Dignitas side. To be honest with you, Scriv, if we're looking sort of broader level into Ancient as well, right? How good have their retakes been? Like, there's so many CT side retakes. I mean, throw back to the start of Ancient, right? We had the pistol round where they defused in a 4-on-4, right? The retake was unreal. I mean, the kills did come in as the defuse was happening, but originally 4-on-4. And then, of course, like round 3, they did the exact same. Round, I think, 7, they found a defuse while, you know, the retake was happening. Like, there was so many 1vx situations for Copenhagen Flames. In fact, more than just the 1vxs in general, just retakes that Dignitas trumped them on. Copenhagen Flames, you know, This conversation 2 rounds ago, they look dominant now, maybe a bit deflated. This is the buy to try and change it all heading into round 23. Win this, you stay afloat. If not, Dignitas on your tail.
Flash over the top. Heat. Ooh, gonna get blinded up. That's a pretty good flash coming in from Copenhagen Flames. Going for the basic B execute here. Molly down to split them. Nade and of course bullet damage through the smoke. No kills though. And it's actually the CT side that take the majority of it. But we are yet to get the bomb down, yet to find a frag. So this becomes a little difficult. Freiburg doesn't really know where he wants to go. Lekro again through the smoke going to find the kill. A bit of a wacky plant, right? So it doesn't get stopped by anything. Not open for Banana though. Certainly could back to bite them in the backside. 5-on-4, fantastic flash from Halzo. Goodness me. Hooksy goes down, and like I say, they're playing towards Banana, but if they can make their way on the cross towards the bomb, then it certainly is doable. We've got this flank from Zyphon, but it's a bit too late as Heap has ripped the heads clean off. Decapitating 2 players. Nearly the double spray down for Zyphon, but he can't get it done. Would have been nice, however, he gets taken out quickly, so the round would have been over indeed. And now Dignitas up to 11. This is fantastic stuff, okay? If you can take Copenhagen Flames on their best map in decisive fashion, that is one thing. If you can come back on your own map pick where Copenhagen Flames are in prime position to take the map, it's absolutely magical. We'll see. We'll see. There's still more work to be done, but right now they are looking unstoppable.
As you said, right? Like, dethroned the tier 2 merchants of Copenhagen Flames. That's such a statement. You see the tack timeout coming through here. The Flames, their second one called. They want absolutely nothing to do with this, right? Taking their sweet, sweet time. Talking things through. Well, for Dignitas, look at the money script. And well, speaking of, perfect timing, team economy graph show up. Look at that, man. Dignitas, since round 21, have been leaps and bounds above the Copenhagen Flames side. And the problem is I mean, yeah, the damage is being done, don't get me wrong, but they haven't done a terrible amount to try and cancel that economy too greatly. Like, you know, a round win would definitely deflate that financial stability in the 60k margin. Has it happened yet, though? Absolutely not. So for the Flames, they've got to have a roundabout effect, turn things right around here. Big opportunity if they can.
I'm loving it, though. I'm loving it, honestly. I thought we were going to get, you know, our wackier series in the second that might have a few, you know, questionable, hard to follow, guesswork involved, etc., etc. But not the case. It's this one, mate. Lovely. Absolutely lovely stuff. Minute and 15 left on the clock here, Retro. And once again, very slow moves coming in from both sides. Copenhagen Flames, I think their nerves starting to get to them.
Well, into the remaining 60 seconds of the round. It's winding away very, very quickly. And the problem is as well, right, with the Flames making little to no control, it's going to have to be a last-ditch effort. Like, they're going to have to pour all their utility into a very late execute. And the problem is with that, you're not going to really have the time to check every single angle. And with not having enough time to check every angle, of course, that leaves Dignitas in a few little, you know, cubby positions to give themselves success. But they're not going to go towards A. They've sacrificed enough as Lekro to take 2 heads. And now they have to double dip towards B. And it's Heap, his AK to try and hold on. Launching the nade. They are now going to know there's one there. And the nade has done enough. 10 seconds remain. And here you go, right? They're going to go for the default plant. Is it going to be denied? Lekro very close. Can't quite connect. Huge spam from Heap, but they can't find a thing. Dignitas, it's all unconfirmed damage. And now a 5-on-3. Copenhagen Flames. Someone has to go absolutely huge, but it's possible. Even more possible now that there's that 40-second timer for Dignitas to retake.
Double swing, nearly the way to get it done. If they found both those kills without losing one, it would have been massive. Not going to be the case, so Yabi trying to cross to join his teammate, and he will be denied. Zyphon now the only one left. Gets one. You know, they've got damage in here. Certainly within kind of touching distance of breaking the bank for Dignitas. However, it keeps coming. 6 in a row now for Dignitas. And all of a sudden you think, Copenhagen Flames pick up the pistol. 12-6. Dignitas, when the rifles are in play, I think they'll do. If they can get this 2-0 in a fashion like this, it'll turn some few heads. It would turn some heads. Turn a few heads, I think is what I was trying to say there.
Well,
Again, yeah, you know, look, I've been busy, okay. And
sorry, Mr.
like, this game's also, yeah. I'm not trying to, you know.
No, I know.
But at the same time, it's just a game that sometimes you are going to catch yourself because you just got so much to process.
Absolutely, man. I mean, our minds were absolutely scrambled from the moment Ancient went Dignitas' way. The moment we saw that little blue bar next to the Dignitas logo, that's where we were kind of, you know, alarm bells were more than just ringing, mate. They were absolutely clanging. And for the Flames, I mean, to be fair, 12-6, as you said, monstrous comeback here. Okay, shoot between the two. I was going to say a monstrous comeback from the Flames to sort of turn things around, but it has sort of gone south since then. 12 a pop, finally. Flames 5-on-4. Feels like, what, for the second, maybe third time this half we see them in a 5-on-4? We'll have to see how it goes. Dignitas doing very well, though, just earning minimal utility and buying so much time. We're into the final 45 seconds here, Scrib. That is sort of like the glaring error for me, is Copenhagen Flames have got little time to make spontaneous plays. They've just got to go for something. Whether they're going to do the same thing as the previous, where they double dip, send it out A, then move back towards B, or, you know, if they want to go for a straight up execute, who knows? Yabi dropping his util across, so I can only guess he's going to be the human decoy. Everyone else out towards A.
Mm-hmm. So they've split the defense. Good crossfire going to be required. And of course, one of these two players in on the A bomb site needs to go large. In comes the attack then. Cold Zero box. Oh, Forrest is the one to get the frag. Lecker actually can't get a single one, but Forrest with mini hit looking good. Will find himself a double, but goes down. It's kind of hard. Arguably, maybe need to stay alive a little while longer to buy some time for the rotation. So they're going to play inside the smoke. And this could be massive. It could also be a disaster. Yappy with the perfect angle. Peeks up to find Freiburg looking the wrong way, and now Just Team. First one found. Ooh, second one gets dinked, but he can't win another fight fast enough. And there you have it. Copenhagen Flames finally, of course, the classic. As soon as their lead is under threat, they will win a round. It is now a question of whether they can keep it going. Money available for Dignitas to keep buying.
Bit of a weird stat line. One that I thought would make you giggle a bit. First game after they lost to Team Get right in the major.
Honestly, man, that loss, you know, they're never going to recover from it, really.
All the trolling, all the knives, all the Zeus, you know. We love to see it, don't get me wrong. We absolutely love to see it. But you go from trolling at the major to 13-12. I mean, at least ahead, but a map down in a single elimination playoff bracket. That's the problem. Minute 20 on the clock. Roy caught out Holzak. Very pinpoint precision with the AWP. In turn, 5-on-4, Dignitas man advantage now. The utility just starts to trickle in here for the Flames. They want to, you know, retrieve at least, maybe even not the man advantage, but just control back for it. That's what they're looking for.
Just across the board, nobody able to find the opening frag. There it is, Zyphon with the spam away. I think in the apartments, you know, might have found that. Yeah, I think he did through the wall spam that seems to like never get a kill, but it looks like that was the case for him. Nonetheless, Lekro finds one, also traded out quickly. Oh, Heap. That could be the move that cost them. Forrest kind of wants to do the same, but Nico Odos, he's savvy. Now they've got the man advantage and they are in prime position. Freiburg. 4 kills so far. Needs a few more here, I think, to make this round doable. Nice off angle to get the first. He dinks out the second. And that might be enough for Forrest to work with. He's not quite here fast enough. Through the smoke. Can he get a spam through? Not going to happen. He's going for the more aggro play. Yabi left very, very low here. Smoke goes flying in. Can't find anybody in. Copenhagen Flames, they find that all-important 14th. The map might just come with it. Dignitas are out of cash and they're out of ideas.
Wow. That's That's quite the round, isn't it? Also, really nice shot to open things up. Very, very clean to get one of his own. So back and forth in towards the brackets control. AWP worked out quite nicely though. Yabi, that kill meant everything though, and of course catching Forest on the retake sealed the deal. So, round 27, Flames 14, Dignitas 12. Unfortunately, it's the eco here for Dignitas. Should be their downfall for the 15th, which means, in turn, they're playing for overtime. That is, you know, in my mind, going to be very interesting, right? You're looking at an unreal 3 rounds required for Dignitas to push it, not even to the finish line, but just out of regulation.
Listen, man, I think a series like this does kind of deserve the overtime. But whether we get it or not is, of course, the big question. And Copenhagen Flames would love to stay away from it, you know, not giving any more chances across to Dignitas. Freiburg can't find it on the angle. And so the first kill comes in. Looking good then, as they've got this wrap in towards B, in fact. Should be very doable from here on out. I think they have spotted some of the players as well. CT presence from Hooksy gives them a lot of information, actually, and catching up with the players out in the open, etc., etc. Lekro, good for one. But that is all. We've got the rotating players in. They might as well just throw themselves at this, of course. You never know what might happen. But the round going to go the way of Copenhagen.
4-on-2. Yeah, no chance at this one. I wouldn't value Dignitas' ult so highly. This Forest taking down Halser. 14 points of health. Switches out to the CZ. Yeah, made the noise. They know he's there. Zyphon hunting him down. Mac 10, run and gun. Love to see it. Hold on. Because, do you know what would have been like the 200 IQ play there, right? Is if he'd have chucked the AK, right? Picked up the other one, spammed it towards his teammate. Zyphon dropped his held knife out. That was the play in my mind that he was going to make there, but instead he just looks at the AK, looks back at the Mac 10, and it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Who knows, mate? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, we'll see. What are Dignitas doing in this round? We got Halser again, aggressive. That's what he's doing. And, ooh, we've been a big fan of it in the previous rounds. Nico Ed also ready for it this time. We'll take him down. Nades and mollies going to leave Yabi low. Zyphon also goes down in second middle. So the return aggression here from Dignitas pretty solid. And they actually hold the HP advantage. So looking relatively good. Nico Odos on the contact. Oh, Pete, don't do it. What are you doing? I swear he saw him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Discipline kind of waning here for Dignitas a little bit, and it might just cost them. The B hit coming through. Freiburg at the back end of the site, waiting for the big flash to come in. Can't get more than just one. Nico Odos with the keen turnaround as well. Swaps to an AK mid-round for his 4K. Forest the only one, and he's got 3 to 5.
This is it, the beginning of the end. Forest with everything to do. Roy, Nikodos, Hooksy, 2 AKs and an AWP. A wall of steel being held out on the B site. He's already made the step. He's going to continue to hold the shift key, making his way around to the coffin spot. But yeah, I think his days are numbered. Time is minimal. No kit as well. You've got to consider that. And Hooksy, he'll find the last. Copenhagen Flames, 16-12. They win the map and in turn take us to Mirage.
Yeah, you do have to question the way that things go down on Ancient, right, when you see what they're capable of there. It's a nice little mini comeback. I think they get complacent again, and I would say that's kind of the energy that they came into Ancient with, just, you know, playing instinctively, not digging into the playbook, as we kind of talked about. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a rough one. Still the favorites for me going into Mirage. Dignitas, though, some nice rounds in places, but you do see it, especially towards the end. You got that crunch time. Everybody trying to be a hero. He goes for that face. Absolutely didn't need to. Even if he did have an AK, I wouldn't take that risk personally. No. So it's kind of a difficult one, but at the same time, Copenhagen Flames, great game from them. A little bit of shakiness in the middle, but they get it done.
To be fair, how well Dignitas looked on Ancient, I don't think we can exactly say that this is a write-off of a third map, but I do agree with you in that, of course, the Flames, the rebound from Ancient now onto Inferno, look like a different team. onto Mirage. That's where things get a bit sticky, I think, because now you're eyeing up maybe the series as a whole. Yes, you had a terrible start on Ancient on your map pick, but Inferno was that turnaround. Inferno was the map to get you in gear, ready for this decider, of course. Now the reverse sweep required heading onto this third map. I think eyes on Dignitas to see how well they perform, you know, winning the early pistol, winning the early buys, you know, if they can total up everything that they did on Ancient here on Mirage, it should be another walk in the park. But the problem is you're against Copenhagen Flames, who looked very, very good in map 2.
Yeah, and I think, look, they've come into this day, if I'm being honest, a little bit lazy, to be real with you. I think Dignitas doing a lot of prep for Ancient. It definitely pays off. Meanwhile, on Mirage, you can play this kind of more instinctive style that I think is maybe the nicer way of putting it, really. So we'll see whether Copenhagen Flames can keep that together and indeed whether their individuals are now fired up. Nico Odos looking great, as you saw in the tail end of that one. So we'll have to see. Of course, quick break in between. We'll be back with Mirage in a few.
Living the moment till I die. And I'm gonna chase it. And I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it.
All right, welcome back in, folks. We are here for map number 3, of course. Dignitas trying to pull it back there on Inferno, but they couldn't get it done, unfortunately. So now moving on to the third map, I think it's a bit of a surprise that we're here. Both teams nicking away each other's map picks. It was obviously that first that leaves a big dent in the Copenhagen Flames statistics, as it were, and certainly a few question marks in our mouths here on the desk, and I suppose also in the caster booth. Nonetheless, we're moving on to Mirage in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, I think after map 1, Scriv, we were looking at utter, we were dumbfounded by how well sort of the game went for Dignitas, how well they performed, sort of how they put together the rounds on the T side, how well they defended on the CT side was another thing, right? Heading on to Inferno, slightly different story, right? It was Copenhagen Flames quite quick out the gates, very back and forth towards the end of the first half, and then Copenhagen Flames ran away with it. Dignitas started to come back, and at one point, I think it was like 12-10, and of course, like, Copenhagen Flames did close out the map, so not terrible. However, heading on to map 3, effectively forget the first 2 maps. This is a best of 1 to decide who goes through to the quarterfinals. That's where it gets a bit worrying, right? 16 rounds the difference. It's sort of like both teams playing, best of 1 basically that determines your life at least in this tournament sense, is that Copenhagen Flames win this through to top 8, lose this, you're out. And being the favourites of a tournament, or, near favourites, I think that puts a lot of pressure on yourself to, what can you do? How's this one going to go?
Well, we do have the knife round here, of course, to decide the sides. So...
Hello?
Hello? You there, mate? I don't know what's happened, but I just had a bit of a disconnect from everything, apparently. But we are back. So, but I'll keep you on your toes. Do make sure, you might have to jump in case everything drops out. But we're all good. We're all good. We're all good now. Now I'm getting underway, though. I was going to say it's certainly something that, some organizers are kind of moving away from, in a sense, that you maybe seed your teams a little bit and then you give them the pick on the third map, or you give the pick to the team that doesn't ban the final map, so essentially picking the decider. But I don't know, knife rounds are always fun. I think certainly here in the online, where you've got teams coming from qualifiers and some invited and blah blah blah, I think it does make a lot of sense for me that we have the knife rounds, and it's a nice touch, of course, to go back a few years and to keep that history coming for Counter-Strike. But we're into the pistol retro. As you can see, it is Copenhagen Flames starting off on the T side, going for a quick B play.
Smoke towards short. They are absolutely taking no prisoners here. Like Crow. He's the only man really to defend site. Roy guns him down, Glock in hand. Halzerk linked up, and, well, he's good for 1 at least. Roy, I feel like, should have gotten that kill before he was taken down, but hey-ho, we're into the plant. 4-on-3. Dignitas numbers game, not exactly in their hands. They do have Freiburg kit and smoke combo. See how that one goes, though.
Yabi with the first on the retake here. Key frag to keep the man advantage in favor as he gets another. Heap now the only one left. We've seen him have some pretty nice moments with the pistols, but this would be quite something. Does retrieve the kits. They give him the room. Ooh, can't find the frag though. Hooksy up close and personal with that Glock. Gonna get it done. And Copenhagen Flames come away with the pistol.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But, like, could have gotten off a little worse for wear with that one, but hey, they're alive. They are absolutely kicking. Really nice entry passing here from Roy, right? Playing the trades with Yabi as well, sort of being his wingman in that sense. If you go down, I'm here for the trade. There's no way you're not surviving. In turn now, Dignitas. 1 scout, 4 Deagles, everything to do in this one. See what they can deliver. No damage on the cars just yet. They tried to double dip, couldn't quite find anything. Now, this is where it gets difficult for Dignitas. When you haven't created room for that man advantage, it gets very, very hard to just close out the round in general, right? The utility and the weapon advantage can make a lot of gain, even in silence.
Ooh. Here we go. Lekro with the aggression, finding that first frag. It comes early, it comes unscathed, perfect for Dignitas. And certainly a chance for them to actually be picking this one up. You can see the Copenhagen Flames default, very widespread. So this is the defaulty of defaults. Usually when in-game leaders make a call, they'll kind of add a bomb site to it, as it were. B-sided default, A-sided default, mid-sided maybe in a map like Mirage. So the players kind of know which one they're going towards. That's something that you just call, and they will have worked on it. They know what their default looks like, etc. Right? But this one very, very wide, and the fact that they've lost a player means they can't really regress anywhere else to try and pick up a return frag. So up a creek a little bit. 35 seconds left. And yeah, now they're starting to make a move. So Dignitas in prime position. This looks really good for them.
Taking their time. 20 seconds to go here, Scriven. They're yet to really burst out of anywhere. 18 seconds. Finally, they make the move. Freiburg checks out early from A. Holzerk trying to apply the pressure. Nikodos not taking any prisoners. Not going to be planted for CT. Although that shot there has created a bit of turmoil. Nikodos leaping away to grab the premium AK. Now, looking back in for this one. Heat finds another with a deal. Nikodos to trade. Lekro one with a scout. Hooksy. He's playing from connector with a Mac 10 and a 1-on-3. I do not fancy his chances. Does upgrade to the premium rifle. Finds the first before the bombs even defuse. Forrest going aggressive, finding a dink. Hooksy on the pre-fire. Looking for a third, and his head gets taken off. Holzerk able to find the mark, and just for a second there, things got scary. Does he have the time with no kit? I do believe just about. Oh, it's close. No, he doesn't.
No.
Hooksy's won the 1-on-3, and it's by about 0.1 seconds. Copenhagen Flames, that is a whisker away from losing. And, I mean, really solid investment from Dignitas, but the bitterness in your mouth, right, for not winning that round, that's going to be something that's going to haunt them for a little while here on Mirage.
I mean, yes, it is a difficult one to stomach. At the same time, I feel like, you know, they give Hooksy a little bit too much room there. And they will be kicking themselves. Definitely, definitely a winnable round. Yeah, they're on the weaker weaponry, they don't have kits, etc. But it gets to a point in rounds like that where I'm sure the leading voice, maybe a few of them, will say, okay, this is winnable. Let's play it like a proper round. Don't overswing, don't overface, don't be re-peeking too much, etc., etc. And then Hooksy stepping up when it is required, which the in-game leader on that opposite side, right? Like, not usually, I guess, a bit more of a cerebral player for sure, but not usually expected to be so solid in a clutch, and yet here we are.
Interesting to see that they do choose to invest another scout and Deagle. Lekro dipping well below, I think, what would be the $2,000 mark for this. So much control. Ladder room obtained by Hooksy. So slow, but so effective. Dignitas, they've been cornered out towards the B side. Like, A is vacant. Completely vacant.
Yeah, a little weird. A little weird. Hooksy going to find that first kill of the round. I mean, it's kind of fair, right? You'd expect a stack in a round like this, but at the same time, they had a player kind of half watching it, just not really a good spot for Lekro. So, fair enough. Should be all good here. Bomb going to go down. Dignitas just on the hunt for one kill. It's only one. Penny for the poor. It could come. They've got a Deagle. Down goes said Deagle. There it is. Forrest with the double dip. Lovely. But I think that's all they're going to get. Oh, oh. He comes close. He comes close. He comes a little bit close to another. Not able to get it done, though. Copenhagen Flames. For the first time, I think, in the series, we get a clean conversion. So, actually, no. Second time. Second time. I'm pretty sure we've had more breaks than we've had success. And that'll be pretty big. It's worth its weight in golds. I'm sure these teams recognize. And Dignitas now with the rifles need to get on the board, especially on the CT side. Final map, you said see it as a best of one, etc. You're not at least making this competitive, or at least saving some players. It will be a real tough time. Halzerk, not sure if that's the idea for that smoke. Maybe it is, to give the illusion that he's playing in towards window, but he can't find the frag with the aggression.
Well, taking sweet time. Copenhagen Flames. I mean, you talk about sort of the impulse plays they were making on Inferno, maybe towards the latter part of the first half on Ancient when they were on the T side, sort of speeding up the play a lot. But they're not afraid on the silent treatment, you know, playing into the final minute of the round, then trying to burn away that utility of the CT side. Bear in mind, they didn't have to do much to burn away what has been every bit of utility Dignitas have had to throw at them. Like, we've got 2 nades and a molly, and then 3 flashbangs. That's all that Dignitas have left to hold on to for the next 50 seconds. For me, not in a comfortable position. You need these rifles to step up, and Lecro, prime position to do so should they want to go out towards B.
There we go. Burst coming in. Lecro hidden away in the corner. Will be blinded up, but surely not going to get checked here. Drops the bomb off the back of that, and another, nearly the third. It's actually Forrest getting that second kill all the same. They look very, very good while doing so. Freiburg at the back of the site. Not able to really chime in. Halzerk, though, with the flick. With only 10 seconds left, that puts a lot of pressure on Yabi now, of course. Can he get the bomb down with the 1 versus 2 coming in? There was kills all over the shop. I couldn't quite follow, but nonetheless, it's a 2-on-1. Yabi to try and keep it together. Great angle, but Halzerk misses the shot. And now Yabi given a chance. He looks to back away. Always dangerous in towards Van. Takes out the AWP on the contact. It's down to just Freiburg. He was so shaky in the previous map. Not able to finish it with the nade. Oh my goodness. This battle is so awkward. There's not a lot of time. Yabi playing around it. Freiburg can't find him and will end up falling. 4-0 on the board. Copenhagen Flames with a keen clutch.
Yeah, I mean, Yabi really sick 1v2, don't get me wrong, but if you're Dignitas, you can't be losing that. You cannot be losing that. Lecro's positioning, Forrest with a crossfire on site. Like, Nikodos and Yabi in that situation, we're in a 2-on-3. Halzerk goes aggressive, finds that kill. It's a 1-on-2 here, and they give him 1-on-1s here. No trade availability towards Van. That's my problem. Flames up to 4, Dignitas yet to score a round, and we're back to basically second round, third round investment where it's Deagles, couple of players on half armor, and see what you can do. It's a shot in the dark. You've got to hope for the best. That's a round Dignitas surely should have converted. I mean, a bit of misfortune not to get the 10-second defuse on the eco, but that, you should have been leaps and bounds above the Flames.
Well, as mentioned, Copenhagen Flames are in a really good spot to just start running away with things, in all honesty. They'll look to do so. Nice positioning here from Heap, though. He pushes the ramp, spots there's nobody here, will indeed begin to move back and not going to continue forwards, but it's information. Mid or B. And therefore the players in and around that area can start approaching things a little differently. Copenhagen Flames, I think they're unsure of what kind of a buy they're up against. Because there certainly were players that could have gone for M4s, surrounded by MP9s. Dignitas not taking that kind of a decision, though. Deagle spam comes in. It's good damage. No kills as yet.
Well, flash over the top, Lecro. Some extended damage to Hooksy, down to 23. Freiburg to deliver the final blow. Nikodos looking to take his place. Deagle of Freiburg, good for nothing. Yabi, Nikodos both upping their kill counts. Nice shot from Heap. Don't get me wrong. Really sick damage done. The damage that has been done by Dignitas, but yeah, I was going to say it has to come to an end at some point or another. 3 kills, though, and a half by. Big respect to Dignitas. Problem is, we need more than just the kills now, Scriv. We need to start seeing rounds go in the way of the CT side. Otherwise, the gap will be too far for Dignitas to close out.
Lovely replay here, of course, to just spot some of these easy frags that come for Copenhagen Flames. Heap, of course. Yabi with the spin. I mean, everybody playing quite well in that round. Dignitas didn't quite have the weapons to capitalize. Heap goes aggressive in towards middle, will be blinded up and now being chased down. Hunted pretty keenly. Halzerk, though, blind. Will find the kill onto Roy. And you look at the 5-on-4. Simple stuff. Again, Copenhagen Flames trying to get aggressive. It doesn't quite work for them. It's the double up setup, of course, that is the difference into this round for Dignitas. Paid off. At least initially. Lecro, I guess, goes a bit too aggressive. Freiburg got a very important fight to be winning here, and again, gets the dink. You do have to feel for him in some of the fights. Yeah, his stat line might not be great across the course of the series, but there was quite a few of those on Inferno as well, where he'd get the initial dink, just couldn't finish. And now, with that kill, a good find from Hooksy will leave them with a 3-on-2. Copenhagen Flames, despite going down a man, they've got the advantage. Dignitas slipping on the third and final map. Oh, not again! Come on! Why? Just go CT, for goodness sake. The first player I kind of get, because I think Hooksy's position wasn't really known. But Forest, like, come on, man. Top earning player in 1.6. You gotta be keener than that. You've got to be sharper than that. Halzerk now the only one left, Retro. He's got 3 to find. He's got the first. He knows 1 is dinked, but he does not know where they are coming from, and he can't get it done. I can't even throw to you, mate, because Yabi's just going to rip his head off.
Done and dusted, 6-0. I think the analysis of this round, Scriv, would be, what on earth are you doing pushing jungle? You've just gifted 2 free kills to Hooksy. So slick from Nikodos. And yeah, I mean, this position here, right? Catches the first heat, fair enough. He literally doesn't move, right? From the first kill. Doesn't move an inch. Takes second kill. Easy as you like. Yabi catching the last in rotation. Dignitas down 6 rounds. Back to the Deagles. Triple smoke. Yeah, not bad, but we need to see rounds converted at this point, Scriv. I can't stress enough how important that is now for Dignitas. The rounds getting too distant. The game a little bit more distant than I think they'd have liked. What do you do to change that up? Do you let Halzerk roam free with the AWP? Do you let the rifles sort of sit back, play maybe? Because Copenhagen Flames love the passive play. Do you want to play for the last minute of the round, then burn all your utility? What's the game plan? I mean, this one can't really have much of one. But the next, I feel like, is the most important. Giving up an 8-0 in 8 rounds, you know, that's so ineffective for Dignitas to try and win this series.
It's got to be the game. If it goes 8-0, it's absolutely got to be the game for me. Copenhagen Flames, CT side of Mirage, like,
yeah,
it should be easy for them after the performance that they've had at the major, really. So we'll have to see. This round looking set to be flawless. Might just have... Come on, man. That is the worst caster's curse I think I've had in a while. Said it was set to be flawless. It's not even like Halzerk, you know, catches one in the back. Or he just spams a smoke and gets a headshot literally like 2 seconds after I've said that it's going to be a flawless round. So I think he's just done that to spite me.
Yep.
Very mean.
CSGO looking down at you, just being like, what have you just said?
Very mean. Very mean. But they're going B, so it should be good from here on out.
Okay. You want to take that back real quick? Or
nope. You committed, I'll commit.
Okay,
I'm confident.
Fair enough. Like Crow. He's wishing for a frag here, Scriv. And, well, there you go. AK at range, no chance. 7-0, as you said. I think Cutthroat, it has to be here. Dignitas, don't find one here in round number 8. I think you'll be kissing goodbye. An opportunity at the $130,000 cash prize in any form. Really, really nicely done. Also, through the smoke there, of course, you see. Very cheeky stuff. Well, round 8, Dignitas. 7-0 down. Let's see if they do anything different.
I hope so. I mean, we're stacking towards mid here. Copenhagen Flames have had a good number of rounds, especially with the rifles where they've put players into mid very early on. But this round, Copenhagen Flames changing it up, you know, remaining adaptable, remaining ahead of the curve. And now Dignitas, you've got a lot of commit here. You need to maybe take some control with it, I feel, or you just move back and it's a bit of a pointless venture. It's not the end of the world. They've not lost any players. They've not taken any big damage. But it does leave some of your anchor players, well, by themselves, especially on A.
So here we are. Seconds winding down, the last 55. As I said, you want to try and hold on to utility because Copenhagen Flames love the last 50-second pushes kind of mentality. And they have done so, right? You've got a fair bit of utility to burn away, the mollies, the smokes. Unfortunate. Yabi running. Counter-strafe finds Freiburg. Forest good for 2. Yabi able to trade. So a 3-on-3. The most competitive round we've seen from Dignitas just yet. Halzerk looking for more as he jumps on top of the box. Nikodos, though, has found the trade heap. He's dropped down. Nikodos is going to know this. Right-clicking the flash over the top. Heap caught blind. Now Nikodos, all he has to do is line the dots up and let Crow 1-on-2. Roy side swipes, and that's it, ladies and gents. Copenhagen Flames 8-0. I do not fancy their chances.
Yeah, Dignitas, it now becomes, you know, a case of softening the blow, making life easier, moving into half two, and arguably, if this keeps going, you know, saving yourself from a little bit of embarrassment. So, as I said, I think Copenhagen Flames into map 1 just coming in a bit flat. Dignitas did have a lot of work done, but still, Copenhagen Flames should be winning that. It's the nature of the game. They themselves were the upset merchants, of course, on... or in the major, I should say. Certainly at IEM Fall, that turned some heads. Then they get through to Legends, and I think people start to think, okay, we've got some legitness here. And some decent games once it got down to the best of 3s in the Legends, of course. So, very nearly making it to playoffs, as I'm sure we all know.
What a terrible start here for Dignitas, just keeping the Flames at bay. But of course, the factor easy to the eye is that you're looking at a team of Dignitas consisting merely of just those hand cannons, the Deagles, the Flames. It's an assortment of rifles, 3 AKs, and then a MAC-10. I don't know, well, I say 3, now only 2 AKs as Freiburg finds his 3rd kill of the game. Not a bad one to find either. Horzerk's just caught off Hooksy. 3 on 5. Do you know what? They might not have been able to do it with the rifles, but they sure have a chance against the pistols. Nikodol's caught. Blind bomb dropped 2 on 5. That's not looking good for the Flames. Zyphon's out towards B as well. It's up to Yabby to try and retrieve the bomb as he flashes in. Really well played. You gotta connect that. Yabby now has to dip away, Scriv, and, well, Zyphon has to vanguard the B site for a bit.
Oh, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. The backpack giving Lekra away. However, Zyphon in between a rock and a hard place right now. Heap just trying to play the distractionary game, I would imagine. But no, it's Forrest! Oh! In for the knife. Great way to pick up your first round. Very well read. And he's loving it. A lot of money as well. You got to think there's obviously weapons retrieved here for the entire side. But on a serious note, Forrest is able to drop across for a double upset up here. So it does actually give them a lot of cash money to work with. Nice
Really
to see
well
Freiburg getting some kills.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I like
We see you,
that.
Republic.
I like
We
that.
see you.
That's pretty cool.
That is so sick. The production just keeps, like, I don't know, man. Like, this is our first time on an actual broadcast for this, and man, what a slick transition, man. I wouldn't even know where to begin on how to do that script. There's some mega brain to Republic, man. It's like R_draw the model space 2. That's how I would do it.
I don't know, mate. Not rightly sure, to be honest. But that's why we do what we do. They do what they do. And we all just doing what we do. You know? Not a lot coming.
Yeah.
Very, very slow once again. You know, it's a tense round. Copenhagen Flames understand the position. This arguably puts you, you know, like in a better spot. If you can win this round and just not necessarily fully reset the money, but at the same time, you are going to be crushing the momentum. Meanwhile, on the Dignitas side of things, you know, they absolutely need to be winning probably 5 in a row in total, at least. Like Crow. This is the shots. He will re-peek in and able to find at least one. Again, though, legs showing round corners. Little unfortunate with the models here on that CT end of things. Forrest comes in for another, as does Lekro. So, looking good. Forrest not able to stand too strong. It's Freiburg in with the assist. So, looking very, very solid here for Dignitas. They find that second in a row.
Momentum killer, it seems the previous has been, as Dignitas double their round count up to the second. As they look to, I guess, adventure out, see the worst that they can cause here. I mean, 8-7 would be ideal, wouldn't it? Talk about an 8-0 lead and then switching things back around. But notice how the clock at the top there, right? We were into the last 5 seconds of the round when the last player of Copenhagen Flames went down. So what does this mean, right? Are we going to see more progressive from Copenhagen, like a more progressive play from the Flames? Are we going to see things sort of total up in the beginning rather than waiting to the last 50 seconds like we've pointed out before here on this map? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as, well, move forward into round 11. And you can see the economy quite quickly switching paths in the previous round there, Scriv, right? It just Copenhagen Flames. It's like the CT effect, but it's just happened on the T side, right? Where, you know, you lose one round and that's it, your economy in absolute tatters. It's happened here on Mirage on the T side for the Flames here. You've got 2 AKs, 1 AWP, 2 Deagles.
Yeah, I mean, no bomb plant, hardly any kills coming in. So you're not earning money even while you're losing. Which obviously can sometimes offset it, make life a little bit easier. But yeah, Copenhagen Flames definitely feeling the burn. I think they'll be happy with where they're at, though. And I like the early pause here. Just make sure that they can turn things around quickly, giving that respect across to Dignitas, of course. So we'll see moving forwards. I'm pretty confident that Copenhagen Flames will be able to find at least a couple more rounds. It's more looking into the Dignitas side of things and whether they can, of course, close the gap here. 2 rounds, still not enough. That much is evident. And they need to keep it rolling, like I said, for quite a while.
Well, deep. Finding Dignitas. Looking too good. Roy's positioning has stunned the man to find the opener for Dignitas. 4-on-4. Freiburg jumping up on top. It's Hooksy to catch one off towards CT. Freiburg's positioning, though, is good for 2. Nailing down the Flames, taking everything they can. Wind out of sails here. As Dignitas, 30 seconds to go. You've still got to hold on because Roy and Zyphon still enabled to close the margin. The AWP of Lekro, though, wishing Roy a good night. Zyphon, 1-on-3. Missed shot from the AWP. Looking to connect for more. Molly dropped over the top. Bomb picked up for the young gun. Smoke in as well. Gonna go for the plant. Will he get it off? No, he will not. Forrest from Conchal. Sideswipe. Dignitas, great turnaround. Up to 3.
Now a solid eco going to come in from the Copenhagen Flames side of things. So they will have a good chance here to get some momentum, get some cash built up. Great round coming in kind of across the board, but it was Freiburg, in fact, the past few rounds. He's definitely stepped up with a few nice moments. Hitting his stride. And you can see. Only on -1 at the moment, obviously. Inferno, they did actually end up mounting the comeback and whatnot, and he had a pretty poor performance over there, so certainly a finger can be pointed towards that. Sometimes you have to. Necro. 3rd time the charm as he takes out Zyphon. So, do need to be a bit careful. There's a few deagles in play. However, finding that first always makes life nice and simple. Touchdown nade plus a P250. Success.
Okay, that's got to be a shot Holzerk has to hit. Dignitas dropping the spray. Cool kid. Remember back in the days, the BM, anything you could do. Get under the skin. Forrest, quick to take that away from them, though. Dignitas, 4-on-2. No chance at all for Flames, really, to get a say in this round. Maybe a kill here and there, but yeah, no real endeavor shall succeed here for the Flames. 50 seconds to go. You know, I think it's a bit late to make a game prediction, but with how well Dignitas have been playing sort of in the last 4 rounds, but how strong the Flames looked in the first 8, have you got an idea as to how this game's going to end? You got, you know, a score in your mind?
I think we're looking, for me, 16-8.
To Dignitas. You mean to Flames, right?
Yes, yeah. But that is quite a good catch. It would be funny if that ends up being in favor of Dignitas. 16 in a row. Let's get it, boys.
Yeah. I mean, no chance really in this one. Nikadol's upgrading to an AK heat. Shall take him down. But I think I'm in a similar boat as you, right? I think Dignitas definitely has what it takes to take double digits on this map. My worry, just longevity, really. You know, Dignitas, how long can they keep the ship afloat? And then, you know, when the day does come where Copenhagen Flames punch a few holes back in the defense of Dignitas, you know, how powerful is that going to be, and how much is that going to knock them off their feet effectively? That's my concern. Heading into round 13 though, Heap going to be giving the Hallzerk a little bit of a helping hand in towards the ladder room. Not going for the short jump. I mean, a couple of players like to go for this instead and just play from the aggro short spot. You wouldn't entirely anticipate for this to happen. Problem is for the Flames, they see one molly towards top mid. They want absolutely nothing to do with this. They play passive. Roy still lurking around under. Zyphon, he was the third player towards middle, now dipping his smoke for the cross and instead moving back towards A. Having said that, oh okay. Also, how do you hit that shot? That would have been game-changing. Roy on under. Oh, God. All about timing. He dropping the nade. Roy taking some serious damage, but he has found the first kill. Yabi with a second. And all of a sudden, Walnut cracked open. Copenhagen Flames at a 5-on-3.
Freiburg in towards dark, gets mollied out, can't find a frag. Great stuff to make sure to get that mollied out. Could have been in the position to turn the round. Double mollies over at jungle. Forest, meanwhile, coming in from CT. Could get a catch. Nico Odod's not really respecting the position, but doesn't happen. So 4-on-2, sorry. Looking very good here. Nico Odod's follows traces, will find the frag. It's Forest for one, but that is all. They will be able to buy back up here, Retro, but of course, Copenhagen Flames back on the board. Does eventually happen. Dignitas did well to pick up 2. They break the bank. The 4 rounds kind of look a bit deceiving. It's really, for me, only 2 rifle rounds that they secure, which, of course, are the key rounds within Counter-Strike, if maybe, I don't know, this is your first broadcast. But nonetheless, Copenhagen Flames hitting 9, looking good, and in prime position. If they can break the bank, that's the 11-4.
So, here we are. Into the thick of things, penultimate round of this first half. Copenhagen Flames. Start as you mean to go on. Very quick kill from Nikodos, but it's quickly turned around by Freiburg. Lines him up, shuts him down. Heap looking for more as well. Freiburg, he's not done just yet, trying to reaggress for the Palace position. Won't quite find the mark. Instead, Yabi to cower from that Palace possession. Freiburg, look at him, man. Just untold aggression. The confidence after finding the 2K. He just continues to hold W. Unfortunately for him, Yabi well out of harm's way. But I'll tell you what, Scriv, what a way to turn things right back around. I mean, still a 3-on-3, but Freiburg lining him up there. The all-important double.
Contact B. All reliable. Not even going to flash. They're just going to go for a double peek. Molly's out. One close, one long. Lekro needs to take a fight. Yeah, he could not get out of there with the double fire. And, well, the Flames will take him down. Not quite the ones that maybe you were expecting. It's the bullets, though. Heap will come through for one. Zyphon with the flank. Perfectly timed. 2 versus 1 now. Oh, no way! Heap gets the spam to stop him escaping with the bomb. What? Unbelievable. He was low HP, but all the same, that's absolutely insane. Perfect timing from Heap, and it forces the play from Zyphon. I think he can, but he can't take a fight. He's probably just going to have to go for the kill. And he has no idea where Heap is. And Heap now probably just moves into the, let's go for the save. Gonna hide on the empty pillar. Ooh, goes for the fake. Zyphon with a risk. It could have paid off, but Heap ready. Will take him down. A Dignitas with the 5th. What a moment for Heap.
I mean, talk about the Freiburg double kill, and then Heap delivering what has been probably the most insane shot of this series, right? Look at this, man. Finds one earlier on in the round, and then...
I'm liking it. We're seeing, look, with Ancient in the pool and stuff, we're seeing a lot of wallbangs. But that's actually sick, by the way. Free Twitter content. Get that clipped. And get it up and get some praise to Republic, because, I mean, deservedly so. That's insane.
That camera, yeah, man. Wow.
I know he's listening. I don't know. Well, I know he's watching on HLTV. I don't know if he's watching the broadcast, but if, young Joshua is out there, get it clipped, mate.
I was going to say, you're going to call someone out there. I wasn't sure who, but it's a Dweg. Ooksy. To find one. 4-on-3. Lekro, Heap, and Forest still well within the picture. HP advantage leaning slightly in favor here of Dignitas. If they can find the kills, then maybe Heap and Forest want a pop. Roy and Nikodos, heavy lifting on them. Mac 10 on the low HP of Roy. He's going to be peppered down, and now Nikodos in on Palace. He's going to have to go absolutely huge here. 2 seconds remaining on the defuse. Nikodos good for 1. Yeah, no chance. 6-9 at the half. Dignitas, to be fair, from an 8-0 scoreline, you give them props for making it this close. But of course, we go to the halftime break with a 3-round lead. We'll be back.
Meu Deus, velho.
Valeu.
Agora vai.
TK tá doido.
Com
Deus.
4 de centro, velho.
Último ele. Vai.
Nossa, o que ele fez? Eu não entendi nada. Seu microfone não tá saindo, não.
O meu?
Caindo.
Caralho.
Se você não terminar o mapa agora, quem vai terminar?
Caralho. Agora eu vou mandar.
Caralho.
Heart overhead, and I guess love to watch the way you made me into a mess. Hands on my dress, neon red. You were everything I didn't need until you left. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I. When you were mine, see your eyes in every stranger. I replay the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back in, of course, to half number 2. As Retro mentioned, a great little comeback from Dignitas there. We'll see whether they can indeed keep it going. Bit of a tech pause before we get started. Unlucko, but, you know, wouldn't be a series, an online series, especially without at least one. However, the pistol, of course, going to be super important. Copenhagen Flames, they've looked pretty good with the pistols. They got the conversion here. They managed to get it in the exact same scenario on Inferno. So we'll see whether they can do so again. We're back into the game, though. Tech pause doesn't last that long. Here we go.
Well, here we are. Lovely music, mate. Peace, mate. That was... I gave the silence just for everyone to relax, ready for a very hectic second half. We're at 9-6. The Flames in front. Yes, indeed. However, Scriv, got to talk about, as you said, that little mini comeback from Dignitas, you know, 8-0 down, and somehow you've ended the half with only a 3-round gap. I think that is very impressive. Props to them. This is the big test, though. Right side smokes. Flash out. They are going for the El Clasico. The nade. Not going to quite catch Nikodos. Too deep for the triple box position. Zyphon, Nikodos, and Roy all trying to chime in, but Hooksy out on top. Lekro's pistol to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Roy at a 1-on-2, and he's just hit an absurd shot on Lekro. What a round for the Flames. One man survives, and he finds a 1-on-2. That shot is ridiculous.
Certainly the way to be getting it done, isn't it? Goodness me. Let's let the replay speak for itself here. Of course, we get to see the action from everybody, which is always nice, but we're waiting for the one at the end. Here we go.
What?
That's what we call the fadeaway in the biz. Stolen from basketball, of course. Nice kill going to come in here with a touchdown nade. Yep, Nikodos finding that first kill. MP7 at range. Again, it just stopped buying it, but there you are. All good.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Okay. Look, I mean, he's kind of slowly but surely selling it to me, but it's not even paid for itself. Well, actually,
Yeah.
$1,700. It's just paid for itself by $100. Do you know what I mean? So, MP9, you're making money, or as I like to say, shmoney. But on the MP7, you're barely making money.
Yeah. They are. Ooksy paying off half the gun. If you really want to throw it into perspective. There you are, mate. Half the gun just paid off right there. Into round 18. I mean, tough times here for Dignitas. They are on the investment, of course. Let's see how they go. Round 18, 11-6.
Well, I'm a big fan. How do you feel? I'll ask you a question.
Okay,
How do you feel about the early AK buy? We've seen it quite a bit. You know, we used to see it a lot on Dust 2, but now it's making its way into like a lot of maps actually.
I'll let you know after this round, mate, because it's heating up towards A. He's able to find one. Yabby, nicely done. Roy, Lecro. What is this man and smokes? He just, you know, sees through him. I don't know what's going on. Nicely done. Nikodos finds one. Holzerk back and forth. 2-on-2. And Zyphon, he'll find another. Lecro the last. And I'll tell you what, Scriv, this is going to prove the point I am about to make. And that is, I'm a fan of it if it works, but the problem is I feel like you lose so much more than you invest when you lose just even 2 players, you know? Like, even if you lose just a couple and win the round, I feel like you're at a major loss because those players can't really reinvest in an AK again. I mean, you can. You're probably seeing no utility or even half armor in some cases, right? So in this round, especially when Copenhagen Flames win, you've just thrown $2,700 at the rifle, $1,000 for the armor, and you found, what, 2-3 kills, I think it was in that round? You're not really making your money's worth. Had you have saved for Eagles, maybe only found a kill in the previous, and then fully invested into this one, you'd have had a much better chance, in my honest opinion. Yabby trying to find the close-up. Zyphon, he'll pinch it away. 13-6 here. And as I rambled on, Scriv, a really effective eco there for the Flames. 3 from success. 3 from, of course, the reverse sweep, the old switcheroo. Losing Ancient 16-6, coming back on Inferno 16-12, 16-11, something around there, I forgot.
It's in the top right, mate.
Oh, you're
16-12.
damn right. There you go. I was right. I should have been confident with me.
Yeah, always. You were committed, you know,
I did.
with that one round.
I was thinking,
right,
like,
you know.
I did know it was an even number, but I just wanted to say 16-11 in case it was 16-10. But, yeah, my brain.
It's the way it goes, mate. It's the way it goes. The confidence, gotta just gun it, mate, as Nico Odoz is doing here. The first kill did come in for Freiburg, so it is just a trade, but they're sticking around in towards middle. A lot of utility used to give some control across. Great flash over the top. Palzerk just able to find the kill. Hooksy, though, on that secondary AWP. Takes out Lecro. So we've got 1v1v1v1v1 all over the shop. And now into a 3-on-3.
Well, as you said, level in numbers. Everything to do in this round. Palzerk, 22 points of health. The AWP, of course. You could afford to be low HP with an AWP, but you know, one nade makes the difference. Especially in post plants, you know, it's very difficult. In the meantime, all 3 players grouping up towards A. 2 in Palace, 1 from Ramp Dignitas. Only 1 man to test them, and that is Hoopsie Sniper. Missed shot, nade over the top. There you go. Good night, Holzerk. No way. He's going to find the kill, but he does. Just as the nade explodes, he picks up the mark. The bombs drop down below as well. Heap's going to scoop that up, maybe look for the default plant. Problem is, of course, they've got no smoke to cover it off, and so no matter what they do, they have to just commit to it.
Oh, Nico Odoz in position. Fake comes in, goes for the swing, and Heap will rip his head off. Just going to be down to Yabby. He finds the first and the second. Beautiful. How do they keep getting away with it, man? Absolutely ridiculous clutches so far. Yabby having a great game, though. 21-11. When there's only been 21 rounds, you know, a kill per round is a great stat line to have. And there's nobody even close, even on his own team, to that level of fragging. So, fantastic stuff. That's crazy. That's like, you know, because the thing is, when you die, your bullets disappear.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can happen with, like, sprays and stuff, and it can be a bit awkward. And sometimes, I'm sure you get it when you're playing matchmaking at home, right? You click, you hear the sound, you're like, I'm pretty sure that was dead on him, but it doesn't land because you died first. So he's literally, you know, quarter of a second, found that kill before the nade goes off. Crazy.
Yeah, not even that. Yes, like, such slim margins, and they make all the difference, right? I don't want to sort of salt in the wound too much. Dignitas, yes, they found a kill. It took a lot of wind out of the Copenhagen Flame sales. You think how much money that is out of their pockets. Problem is, in this one, I mean, look at this. 4 Galils and an AK into 4 M4s and an AWP. Like, it's so one-sided, this buy. I have to wait and see how go right towards Connector. Finds the opener, looking for the second. Forest has taken extensive damage, but it's Yabby to try and do a lot of the heavy lifting. Lecro to keep them alive as Forest taps down Zyphon. Nikodos, this isn't a comfortable place for an AWPer to sit within. He has to find something. And now, well, Hooksy, 1-on-3, everything to do. Lecro, he has been spotted, dinked up. He finds the first. Hooksy, a second. No way does he win this round. He's going to back away, reload the M4, and then come back in for seconds. Forest, if he chooses to go aggressive, he'll lose his life. He has to go back and play for the bomb, but the problem is he's low HP as well.
Here we go, the 1v1 Cam. Definitely needed on this one because they are in very different spots to one another. 10 seconds left. He does have the bomb available. Ooh, not hearing the footsteps, though, and Forest will find the headshot. Hooksy definitely had a chance because I don't think Forest was ready for him to be there, but comms over the top, voice, you know, or game sound, I should say, not turned up loud enough nonetheless. Forest gets a little lucky, walks away with it, and Dignitas, the first step into the comeback.
As you said, mate, they are trying to recover. I mean, great little 1v3 attempt from Hooksy, like NTNT, you know, it was a sick attempt, but as you said, man, just unfortunate whatever it was to hinder the noise being made from Forest. Maybe the beard is OP and just, you know, silence his steps by 10% or something, and it's not quite in range. I don't know, whatever it was, Dignitas, they forced Copenhagen Flames to suffer, and as you talk about sort of the CT economy in general, this is the exact point of, right? Copenhagen Flames haven't dropped around this half, but immediately into a situation where they're running a double deagle setup on a full buy. It's so worrying for them. I guess 4-on-4 keeps some stability. Problem is, of course, Heap in on Palace alongside Halzerk. That's going to be the difference maker.
Out he walks. Yabby reloading. Oh, will get caught by Freiburg. Zyphon can't even get one. Hooksy finds his kill onto Forest, but it's kind of the other side of the map. Nico Odos is kind of... Oh, maybe Hooksy is the hope. I was going to say Nico Odos on the AWP is the only hope. Bomb's being dropped. I don't think he can quite see it. It has actually been recovered, yeah. Okay. So we'll see. Plant coming in. Not going to be able to land on the spam. Freiburg low, though. Hooksy with the Deeg. Oh! He's just spotted him. That's so unlucky. Hooksy does have the nade. Again, though, I don't think the info is there that he's so low. This is so tense.
Okay. Either player. Oh, there you go. Hooksy let loose. Nikodos looking for the kill. They now know he's in Palace. Is it going to be the bomb being stuck? Yes, it is. Nikodos finds the kill. Copenhagen Flames up to 15 on the force. Yes, you lose 3 players, but do you know what? You'll happily take that round, won't you? Double AWP setup being saved forward. One more to the finish line here for the Flames. Dignitas. A bit unfortunate, really, isn't it, that they couldn't quite get the margin under control. I'm not saying that the 8-0 start for Copenhagen Flames was the difference maker. That shot from Hooksy, man. But you've got to consider, right? Had that have been a little less one-sided, had Dignitas even picked up the pistol, this half, and in turn, the series would have gone so much differently.
Absolute madness. Well, looking like Copenhagen Flames are going to get it done. It's just a question of when rather than if. Nade does the tiniest amount of damage. It's the AWP through the smoke, though, to take out Forest. Not the best way to start things. Yabby ready and waiting on the edge of the smoke here as well. Nico Odos in for another. Absolute madness. Freiburg. Ooh, if he'd gone for another one, he might have been able to find him. I think he, does have an inkling that they're going for the push, but Freiburg's going to win that fight. He will get traded out quickly. 2 left now on the Dignitas side. Lecro and Heap to get it done. Heap creeping out, gets timed on. That's unlucky. And now just Lecro against 4. Looks like we're all said and done here, folks, and that will be the case. 16-7, 2-1. Copenhagen Flames working for it a little bit, losing their own map pick, even though it's their favorite. And then, of course, nearly dropping things on map 2. Not going to be the case, though, as they take the victory.
Yeah, really impressive stuff, if I'm honest with you, by the Flames there to turn it around. Dignitas, though, I'll tell you what, if you want to take anything away from them in this series, their Ancient is actually very, very good, right? As you mentioned, very structured on that CT side. We saw a lot of power with number plays, sort of, mind flash back to the retake, sort of round 1, round 3.